Hey everybody, welcome. This is I'm going to be your tour guide for the website. Today I'm going to show you the back end, um, and we're going to do a brief overview about everything and get you well acquainted with your new website. My name is Jay Benjamin. Um, I'm going to be your webmaster today, and I'll let's get started. First of all, just go to the website ccetriad.com and let's bring that up. Now, to log into the back end, you can do it through any browser. This includes on your phone or on a desktop. They even have some apps out there for iPhone and Android. So you can actually get an app for your phone and have a little administration panel over there. So you're going to type in dash. That is our custom login that we use to get into the back end. You don't want to share it with anybody. We don't want to put any links out there. That's our own unique little place that we go to log in. And I've made logins for all you people. Um, Everybody should have their unique passwords to log in. And I've already set access for you guys as well. Um, Now there are actually, well, we'll log in first. Your login is going to be looking like this. Should look exactly like this. Um, Over on the left-hand side, you'll see your menu options, and then you'll see some menu options up at the top too. Um, Now, cool thing about this top bar is it's always going to stay there as long as you're logged in. I can go on over to the website right now in another tab, and you'll still see that black bar up at the top. And that makes it really cool when you want to edit a page, because no matter what page you're on, let's say I'm on the partners page, I can just click edit page and begin editing that exact page. So let's say that I want the header to say something different other than we collaborate with hundreds of partners. You can just type it in there, hit save, update, and it would update on the page. There's also another way to do it, a little bit friendlier way to do it would be to edit with WP Bakery Page Builder. And you click on that. And WP Page Builder is a page builder. It makes it really easy to build pages. You can edit, you just hold over it, and then you can click the pen icon to begin writing, and you can, you know, that says thank you, Creative Enterprise. You can change that to whatever you want. Um, Or what you can do is add in new sections. And so if you click this add block, you'll see all these pre-made sections just for you guys. I mean, this is included actually in the template, and we customized the colors and everything to go with um, this theme. Each page is basically the same theme but different colors. So all the pages across your entire network from Velocity to are all going to have these. The exception is Momentum. Momentum works a little bit differently, but these are just blocks that you can put in the page, like, and they're giving you previews as to what they look like. So if I wanted to put a section that looked like this with some text and then icons on the side, I can click it and automatically inserts it into the page. It's at the bottom, but if I scroll down, you'll see that it just inserted this. And so now I can hover over it, click it. It's asking me for the box title, all this kind of stuff. Even the icon, and I can click over here and pick out a new icon. Um, they have a lot of icons. This is just display icon, but I can do a custom icon or just leave it blank. Um, I thought they had a lot of icons. Oh, What is that? Yeah, that's a bunch of icons. You can search for whatever you want, um, but it's all in there. After you're done, you can click and drag this wherever you want in the page. If I wanted it in the middle, it's just hard getting it there. Sometimes you kind of have to go like that. But if I wanted it right there, put it right there. After I'm done, hit update. Updated, and now if I actually go to that page, what page is this? The partner page. My sites. Let's visit the website. You can see that section made it over there now. There's other things you can do, like add some padding over here. We'll get into that stuff later. But let's go ahead and take this out for now. I'm going to hit update. Basically, in the back end of this website, the main things that that we have going on that we need to pay attention to are the blog posts. I'm going to open that up. Pages, creating new pages, and then definitely getting the form inquiries, but those go to email. And then ads and events. And I'm going to open up all those on there. There's actually 2 event plugins over here. We're using My Event On for all this stuff. And I believe we'll be fine. One is for the settings, and then one is for listing the actual events. So we clicked on the right stuff. Other than that, we don't really need to go into anything. So I'm going to go through those sections real quick. Now, I brought in all of your old blogs into this into the existing blog over here. Now, the dates are correct. However, the authors are not. And there's a way to go in here and set the authors back to who they're, supposed to be. And we'll look at this right now. Now, okay, let's go do the author stuff first. If I come over here, you can see author. I can switch it to whoever needs to be the author right from that screen, and then I would hit update. And then the other thing is featured image, making sure that we have featured images for every single article that comes in here. Title goes up here, and then your post comes in over here, and you do have an editor over here that you can use for your convenience, or you can turn this back into a WP Bakery page builder page and design the other way. This is a little bit easier for blogging though, to just keep it simple like this. It shows up nicely on phones, and you're not wasting a lot of time. I think special reports or special blog posts, maybe you can bring in WP Bakery, the page builder. But for the most part, you should be fine with this. If I go on over to, and that's located blog posts right here. Now, another thing that we have to do is look at the categories and make sure the categories of the things that we talk about are listed over here. There wasn't a lot of category detail in the old blog, but over here, to make a new category, you could even change the names of these ones. It really doesn't matter, but we need to get a list of at least 8 or 9 different categories that really targeted to help us scope when we write blog posts. What are they going to be about? It's really important so that it's not too broad what we write about. Needs to be scoped a little bit. So come up with those categories and pop them in here. Let's close that out. Pages. These are all the pages currently on your website right now. It's 75 of them. We're not using all of them. But to create a new page, you would hit add new. I showed you how to edit a page a little while ago. It's going to look the same. Now, this is the standard editor that comes with WordPress. In order to make a page, you have to click this blue button up the top, and then you put in your page title, test page, and I come down over here. It says backend editor or front end editor, and I'm just going to click on backend editor, and you can see that page builder thing popped up. I'm going to add a block, and I'm going to put an intro section first. Click that. I'll just do this real quick. I'm going to add another block, and that's going to be a content block. Do that one. I'm going to add another block. This is going to be like a little bit darker and small. That. I'm going to add another block. And this is going to be a call to action. Actually, better yet, over here, template library, or where did I put them? My templates. I put a partner footer, page top, and page top 2. I wonder what those are. Hold on a second. Let me preview these real quick. Yeah. So I made this so we could put it at the bottom of every page. So I'm going to add that to the template, page footer. So you can see my page is complete now, and I can go in there and edit stuff. But I just wanted to make sure this was there. I'm going to publish this, and I'm going to open the link in a new window. I'll show you how to get that out. Every page has a general title that just shows up over there. You have to specify if you want to remove that title. So I'll show you how to do all that stuff. Here's that first part to the page with the 3 graphics, and then you have a little thing right here that you can scroll through. And then you have this section over here. Then you have this section, call to action section, and then the footer, the pre-made footer for you guys. Now this stuff over here is controlled, like the actual footer for the entire website stays. It's in a totally different section that we control, and we are doing a little bit of work on it right now. But let's go to edit page. Now over here you'll see you have these 3 boxes. So let's go back to edit page. You see those 3 boxes are right here. Those are all those photo boxes. So let's click on one of them. It says box title, box description, and then you have an image setting somewhere. Let's figure out where it is. Oh, right here. They chose to use an external source, and what we can do is create a new one. Let's refresh and see what that looks like. It is a little bit longer because the pictures aren't the same size. You have to make sure you're uploading images that are the same size. I'll show you how to upload an image right now. Media library, image, upload files, select. I'm going to find something on my hard drive. Let's find something smaller. Oh, I'm going to stop being fussy. I'm just going to upload something. There we go. So when it's uploading, it's actually making 5 or 6 copies of the photo that you uploaded. So the one that I uploaded is 2000 um, by uh, by 1000 roughly. It's a pretty big image, high resolution. And instead of WordPress serving that one image, what it's doing, it's uploading, processing, and making probably about 50 to 60 copies of that image in different sizes, so that it can serve it on the user side based off of the device that they're using. Um, so that's how we make sure that the images that pop up are optimized. That makes for a faster website. So you can see that popped up over there. Um, and it's the same thing with all the other sections. It's pretty, you just click on it and you can change the contents as to what it says, and that's about it. Um, let's go over. Okay, that's good to go. Um, events, let's go over. Now, I'm using a system called Event On. It consists of creating locations uh, and then creating the events that happen at those locations. But I think the most important thing is that you need to create the locations first as to where you're going to have the event. And you create the locations by putting the locations into here. After the locations are entered, um, you can actually create, go to create the event. And this is Flywheel. I created a location for Flywheel. Put in the address, a little detail about where Flywheel is and what it is. And the latitude and longitude automatically pops up as long as you put in the address. Uh, their website link, um, I can choose to open, um, open the location in a new window. Um, update. And if I actually go over to events, and you do that just by going to events and clicking the first one, you'll see that I created those 5 mock events, and we'll click on one of them and dive into it. You have an area for description. You can. This does a lot. I mean, I've used this plugin before, and it's great. I especially love it because of the customization that you can do over here. Just look at each question. It's pretty self-explanatory with each thing that it asks. One thing that I really like are the reoccurring events. You can have something happening every Wednesday, and it makes it fairly easy to do that, and it just automatically creates that event. If I can find the recurring settings over here, I'll show you what all we can do with it. It's just one of the things, but it's pretty important. Hmm, repeating. Let's check. Repeating. Oh, there we go. So when you mark this as on, the repeating event section, it'll pop that up, and you say this repeats weekly, so this happens um, every single week on a specific day, and you could say every Friday. And there's just something about working with this one. Every time that I recommend this calendar, it ends up working out because it's so customizable. Um, People can also buy stuff. There are other plugins and features that I can add to this plugin, to this calendar. I kind of have just, I have some extras thrown in here that they give it some serious capabilities, but we'll add more to it. But you can even offer tickets through here, so you can sell tickets off of the website, RSVPs and things like that. It's very robust in the feature set that it has. Um, Now, one thing that this does have is two category sections. You get to, what I put is like uh, hosting organization is that, but I was thinking that maybe one of the categories should be momentum, CCE, and then velocity. But I have that up here as well for the hosting organizations, but you can always add new hosts and other hosts and things. Um, but I put this as the general categories. We can definitely add more categories. Um, and there's another category section where you can add additional categories. Um, here's the featured image. This gets assigned to the actual event. And then image gallery. And I'll show you what that looks like as well. Um, this is the way that it pops up. Um, and I have it opening up in a light box. I really like the events opening up on the light box. Um, okay, so let's actually look at this event. I'm going to go over to the home page. Oh, I did that wrong. And we'll scroll to that event section. And let's click on that one right there. And so this is a featured event. It's even, you can feature different events and it gives that little highlight over there. You have that main image, that featured image. The image gallery is over here. Keep in mind what's happening. We definitely want to upload images that are all the same size, or we'll have this thing that's going up and down, up and down. That's kind of annoying. The description to the event. Now, all of these details are provided by the location section. So it kind of, really fills up the event page when we can talk about the actual location. And so that's all the location information. Um, and this opens up in Lightbox as well. And this is the same on mobile, which we can actually take a look at. I'm not too happy with the way that the site looks on mobile yet, but we actually will take a look at that. Even these, I don't know if you noticed, but even the testimonials are actually driven by that back end. Dashboard builder, the page builder, all these carousels and things like that. So that is that. Now the advertisements for the page, I'm definitely going to go more into detail. I clicked on this thing called Ads Pro, but add new space. This is if I wanted to add a new section on the website where I'm going to display an ad. Add new ad is if I was actually going to create a new ad to display on the website. And you do that through here. Right now I have it set to like a Facebook style, where you have a picture and then a write-up about what it actually is. There are so many other settings that we can set that to that I'll introduce you to. I'll probably do an entire video just on the advertisements, but it's just that easy. If you want to manually do it, this plugin is capable of doing this automatically. Us providing a button on the website for customers to actually add and edit their own advertisements, and post their own ads, and it would charge them accordingly as well. And we'll probably get into that. The settings are open to be played with, and you guys can look through it. I wasn't sure about what to charge and things like that, so we'll definitely be getting to know this. But if you wanted to add a new ad to the website, you would do that right here by putting those details in. That is it for this website as far as an overview. We will jump onto mobile real quick. So the website on mobile, it's a responsive website. So it's not like we have to create a mobile site, but we have to start thinking about the way that the site actually does look on mobile. And I fixed the CSS somewhat, but we still have to look at the sections. And I just wasn't sure about the content that I came up with before ensuring that the mobile section looks spot on. One thing that I do like, it's clean. It's a nice layout from section to section. It doesn't really get jumbled, and I can very clearly read everything. If I come over here, I don't think that's going to be an issue if I was using a real mobile phone, because last time I checked that, it worked fine. It's getting cut off a bit right here. Because it opens up in a light box, it works well. I don't like seeing the event on a single page. It doesn't really work unless we have nice sidebars created, and we haven't done that yet. So I really just want to keep on opening it up in a pop-up window. All right, let's head on over to. I actually want to show you. Now, what we're looking at right here is the CCE website. You can see that listed right here is the Momentum website. You do have two other websites, but they're hidden from this view right now. If you click on Momentum, you can go to Dashboard, and you'll get the Momentum website. Now, keep in mind that those ads, what we're looking at right there, the ads are site-wide. If you want to control ads on Momentum, you need to go back over to CCE. That's where the ad hub is, and that's where all the advertisements are going to be controlled from. So you can see over here now that we're on the Momentum website. And I'm going to visit the website so we can look at it on the other screen. Oh, and I am logged in. Okay. This view may be a little bit. We're going to work out the views. This is a pretty big. We have a lot of plugins and a lot of systems running off of the website currently, so we're trying to get to it. With Momentum, I'm actually going to log out real quick. Well, we're fine. It's the same thing over here, and we have the same page builder set up even on this website. I'm going to edit with. And I can come over here and do the same thing. Edit the text, even color it. Same stuff. Oh, this is a section that I was creating. You can actually have a section and where's that setting at? Disable row. So I can actually work on a setting. Let's say that I just wasn't finished with it yet, and I can actually disable a row instead of showing an unfinished setting. So I had that over there that I was going to put somewhere. Kind of the same layout. I really want to show Momentum blog posts on the home page for CCE, the main website. So you are going to have your own blog over here for Momentum, where you'd have, every page has their own blog. CCE even has their own blog, but a lot of the content that's displayed on the CCE website is going to be recycled from the partner websites. And so that's that. For controlling the memberships, it's controlled through PM Pro, Paid Membership Pro. It's a plugin for WordPress, and you can look up tutorials on it or see details about it, but I'm going to walk you through real quickly about what we can do here. You can see all the users. I ported them over from the old website, but everybody's been ported over. I do have some extra people in here right now. There's some developers and things like that actually in here. In addition to the old users, but you can see everybody over here. If you go over to settings and levels, you can see all the basic levels that I created. I have a business annual, then I also have a business. I have an individual annual, then I have an individual. I have a student, and then I have a student annual. Those are really the only working memberships. The other ones are for testing purposes. This one I made for free so I can test the membership sign up part works. So let's dive into one and see what it's all about. Over here, you name it. You put the details. That's the stuff that shows up, in the list. You have your initial payment settings. What are you going to charge up front? I didn't want to charge them anything up front. It is a reoccurring subscription. It's going to be, $30 every month. That's the trial billing amount. There's a custom trial, and that is it. You can disable. You can say, we could actually create subscriptions that we approve. So we can create a level that we approve. So let's say it's a VIP membership. We could check this box, and now people can't sign up for this. It won't be shown in the membership screen. Our membership screen works a little bit differently. It's not automatically generated. We manually create it to look like that. But nobody would be able to actually sign up for this package. They would have to be assigned that package by somebody. Membership expiration, I was actually thinking about for students because it is a student thing and students do expire out, just to ensure that we don't have a student on a regular reoccurring charge for that to shut off every year, or maybe they have to recertify every year or something like that. That's that. Unlock BuddyPress. BuddyPress is a section that we'll talk about. This is the community section of the website. If you sign up for this, do they get the community section? Yes, they do. I actually want to make it, yes, give members access to specific features of BuddyPress. And then we get to assign the different features that we want to assign them. But this is the business, so it gets everything. But just so you know, we do have that ability that you can actually turn off specific features, private messaging, public messaging. As far as the network goes, you kind of want to be able to grow the network. So the more features that you have inside of the network, the better. I do think that businesses should be able to pretty much do everything, but I did turn off, like creating groups. You can see that membership list. It tells you what you get and what you don't get. But yeah, for the most part, member types. That's it. Let's go over to discount codes. You can create a discount code, 50% off, and hand this out. When they pay for it, they can, put in their discount code and get some money off. These are the specific pages that I created that are assigned. The checkout page, level pages, all that kind of stuff is done over here. Payment gateway. We're about to change the payment gateway to Braintree, I think, but here's where we plugged in your PayPal information. And I definitely have some add-ons already plugged in over there. And some add-ons have not been turned on, but we do have some cool features that we'll introduce as well. Let's see what else we have over here. let's get to the meat and potatoes of this website. Let's actually go into the website. So momentum is controlled by BuddyPress. It's a huge backbone um, of what we have going on over here. And so let's go over to the member activity page. I didn't do that right. Recent activity. Should move that up. Over here, you can see this is all the activity, not in the network, but actually on the page. So if you ever write an article, it's going to post over here that you wrote an article. This is like your profile page um, for my activity. Actually, this is for everybody's activity. So this is kind of like the Facebook wall. You get to see what everybody's been up to. They can post, or it'll just be stuff like this, the change that you made on your profile. So let's actually I'm doing this all wrong. Let me go back. Okay. Directory. All right. Okay. So you have a profile, and I need to know if we need to ask more questions and things like that. I do have a bunch of questions. I just haven't answered a bunch of stuff. But what I do, you're definitely supposed to write a lot more. I didn't. And what else do we have here? You have a skills section where I can add new skills to this. It really gets intense. Let me actually go over to my page real quick. Members, J. Benjamin. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're going to set this overview page to actually pop up first, I think, if I can. I'm trying to troubleshoot some things, but this is a slideshow that happens. It's actually kind of annoying if you have different sized images. Here's my skills, and then services that I can list. And it makes it fairly easy to edit stuff as well. See, if I wanted to add a new service, I could add it over here. But I can only add 4. If I pay more money, I can add more. I don't know if that's how it's going to work, but maybe that's an idea. Maybe you get to add, list 3 items. I don't know. But these are basically the profiles, and people can upload pictures and do whatever, have a network over here. In the long run, I would definitely recommend. I do have a forum feature in here that's not turned on that I can turn on. We kind of have to work on the core first, though. If we work on the core, make sure that the profiles are done right. The second feature that we'll introduce will be a forum where people can actually, participate in a nice forum, and then also a question and answer feature where people can post questions, and then other members can come and answer those questions, mentors or just anybody. Um, and so those things are definitely in the works. But having a site like this is definitely about getting the community involved and getting them to, take part in this. Um, I can do some pretty cool things here. If I go back to um, the member page, I can do things like message them. I can add them as a friend. Um, this is something that I have testing out right now. It's using points, and so people are actually earning points, and I'm keeping track. I don't know what they're going to be able to use the points for, but I figured we could use something like that. Over here, you can see that the advertisement automatically pops up. Your Instagram feed will automatically pop up as well, as long as you authorize it. It's a cool authorization process. All my social links, and then any friends that I have and groups that I belong to will show up over there. And we can reconfigure that. It's not in set in stone. Groups are a big part of communities, and I thought about having groups as actual companies. Um, but groups could be like people under 30. Uh, like you don't want to you want people to be able to create their own groups. You don't want them kind of dictated like that. It kind of ruins the fun of actually having groups in the first place. So you want to keep groups as to what they're supposed to be. I'm thinking that companies are probably just going to get special pages or directory pages that will open up later on. Actual directory pages for their locations and businesses and things like that. But I mean, there's nobody stopping, instead of putting their name over here, they actually put their company name and having it be their company profile. But that's that. Some different features. Let me go over a few other things. It's actually pretty important. Um, so over here, you can see my sites, network admin, CCE, and then momentum. If I click over to network admin, go to the dashboard. This is the dashboard that controls the entire website, all 4 websites. And it's where I come to install plugins or install themes and do a lot of the maintenance that's going to be happening with this website. If we go back to CCE, I put I put the tutorials in here. It's a YouTube playlist, and you can click over here and see all the tutorials that are listed. And you can play them right from here. Um, and do your tutorials that way. Over here, I also have a note section that whenever I work on something, I'll add it over here. And even if you have a quick little note that you want to type in over here, you can definitely type it in right there. Now over here, the first ones, and on your login, it might not look like my login. It might not look like this. These sections might be over here, but you can actually just drag and drop these things wherever you want. Like, really get it comfortable for you, and it'll stay that way for you. Over here, there's like activity, what happened on the website. Over here is like notes and stuff like that. So, well, these feedback links are special links that you can use, and you can definitely give them out to other people as well. If you have, family, friends opinions that you trust, that you want them to critique the website, send them over to that link, because these links will pop up a special feature in the website that I'll go ahead and work through right now. It'll say to leave a comment, click the plus icon, blah, blah, blah. And over here, you can see that you can see these dots over here. And so this is a feature that we can, let's say that I don't like this graphic over here. And so I can click that and say, I don't like this graphic. And it'll ask me for my name, really, every time. Oh, gosh. Hold on. There we go. All right. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. You can actually add uh, as many things as you want over here. If you say, hey, I want this, I really don't like this over here. I don't like the colors. And add comment. And over on our end, we'll be able to pull in all this feedback and do stuff with the website. It makes it easy to kind of tell us what you feel and how you feel about all these different things on the website. Sends us an image and all that good stuff. That is also the case for the CCE main website, and it only works through those links. If you go back to the website, it might still work because it's down. You got a little cookie on your website, but even over here, you can click over here and add something to it. It's the way I like to type, and it'll just add there. I mean, that's trying to think if I should explain anything else, but I think we're good. I'm gonna do some more videos. These are all the videos I'm trying to do, but all right, this is a long one. I hope you had fun with me. Um, all right, I could we could go over mobile. Um, it's the same thing on mobile. Definitely look at the mobile stuff, and if you see things wrong over on the mobile side of things, you can definitely do the same thing and let us know um, what's happening with that. With the dashboard on mobile, you can definitely like add blog posts on mobile as well. And you do it just like this. You add your title. Everything's responsive on here. Definitely check out the mobile app as well. Um, and that's it. I'm gonna get to these other videos to uh, to do things a little bit more in detail. But that's it for the overview. I hope you had a good time with me.